Hi, boys and girls. Remember, Miss Judy said we were going to use our inchworms to do some measuring. Each of the worms that Miss Judy made out of Play-Doh for us to use today are an inch long. Each one is an inch. And I know because I measured them on my yardstick. I didn't have a ruler at home, but I did have a yardstick. And a yardstick is another way that you can measure something. This whole yardstick is 36 inches long. But let me show you my inchworm is an inch long. From here to the number 1. Whoops, that inchworm fell off. From here to the number 1 is 1 inch. So I used my yardstick to decide how long my worms needed to be. I thought it would be fun for us to use our inchworms to measure some things. But one thing I wanted to tell you was yardstick. Yardstick starts with our letter of the week, Y. Yardstick. Why don't we measure our parts of our letter? Why don't we measure a little line? Let's see how many inches a little line for us would be. 1, 2, 3, 4, and maybe 4 and a little bit of an inch. Not quite 5 inches. But you see our little line for our Y is 1, 2, 3, 4, and part of an inch, okay? What about our big line down? Should we measure our big line and see how long that is? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's get them all together, close together. 6, 7, 8. Oh, and almost 9. Not quite 9, just a little bit left. But look how many inches we measured for our big line, for our letter Y. Okay. I'm going to put my Y back. We need to measure something else, don't you think, with all these inchworms? What else should we measure? Let me look in my box. Oh, I have a box of markers. Should we see how long the box of markers are? Okay, we'll measure all the way to the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Look, that box of markers is 6 inches long. Okay, we should measure something else. Let's see what's in here. Oh, I have a glue stick. Should we measure and see how long the glue stick is? Let's put our glue stick right here and measure. Move some of these worms. I don't think we're going to need them all. These inchworms. 1, 2. I'll have to hold that glue stick. 3. Almost 4 inches. Well, I think that's good. I think it's at 4 inches for that glue stick. Okay, fun. All right, let's measure another thing. Do you see my cup? Do you think we could stick the inchworms on the cup to see how tall my cup is? Let's try it. 1, whoops, I don't know if it's going to stick. We might have to lay it down and then stand it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 inches tall. If I stood my cup up and held on to all of these inchworms, it would be 6 inches tall. Okay. Let's see if there is one more thing we could measure with my inchworms in my box. Boys and girls, Dinah said she would be happy for us to measure her. She said she would be happy. Would you all like to measure Dinah and see how long Dinah is when she's laying down? Would you like us to measure you, Dinah? Let's see how long Dinah is. Okay. All right, she's going to lay down. Let's see. Let's get her this way. And we're going to measure her from her toes all the way up to her ears. See how many inches long Dinah is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got to go to the top of her ear. 9. Dinah, you are 9 inches long when you are laying down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Dinah, you are 9 inches long. She says, thank you, boys and girls. Have fun measuring things at your house.